Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, welcome to my class. This is DUE 10062 English and Communication Skills 1. Okay, for this class, I'm going to explain to you on communication ethics. And first thing first, let me give you the outlines of this video. Okay. In this video, we are going to learn about, first one, what is ethics of communication. Number 2, the do's and don'ts in communication. And number 3, the implementation of ethics of communication in daily situation. Okay. To understand ethics of communication, we need to know what is the meaning of ethics, the definition of ethics, and also the definition of communication. Okay, what is ethics? Ethics is a philosophical discipline, a systematic approach to analyzing and distinguishing what is good or bad and what is right and wrong. Okay, meanwhile, communication, as we have learned in the previous class, okay, communication is the process of sending and receiving messages through verbal and non-verbal means. Okay, means here means the medium that we use, be it written, spoken, body language, okay, all sorts of communication. So, what is ethics of communication? Ethics of communication basically is it focuses on how one's behavior is governed by one's moral and how this affect the way we communicate with others. Okay. Next, we move to the do's and the don'ts. So, what is the do's and the don'ts in ethics of communication? Okay, the do's. What should we do? What are the ethics that we should follow in ethics of communication? Okay, number 1, identify your audience so that you know how to tailor your communication. Okay. Number 2, you have to be clear and direct. Number 3, you need to paraphrase when needed. Let's say when you try to give out or to communicate something, you are trying to send a message to someone and you see there's confusion in the face, then what you need to do is you paraphrase, you simplify the word that you use. Okay, that is why I put it in parentheses, when needed. You don't have to always paraphrase, but when you see some confusion in your audience, you need to paraphrase. Okay, number 4, be respectful. Okay, be respectful. Do not use cursive language. Try to be as polite as possible and try to use a good choice of word. Okay, good choice of word with good intonation. Okay, number 5, listen attentively. Listen attentively, because yes, communication is a two-way communication, right? You need to be the one who gives out the information. You need also to be the one who listen. I mean, you need to put yourself as the audience as well. So, you need to listen attentively. Okay. Next, the don'ts in ethics of communication. Okay. Previously, we have discussed, or I have already told you about the do's in ethics of communication. Okay, this time around, the don'ts in ethics of communication. What you shouldn't do. Okay, do not use one-size-fits-all communication. Okay, what is one-size-fits-all communication? One-size-fits-all communication meaning that you use the same way to communicate with others. That is the way that you communicate with your parents. That is also the way you communicate with your grandparents, your teacher, your siblings, your friends. One same way. No. Usually we are going to use different kind of communication with different group of people. Don't use one size fits all. Okay. Okay, number 2, do not use negative tone. Okay, what is negative tone here? In order to have an effective communication, we need to use positive tone. Avoid using sarcastic tone. Avoid using cursive language. Avoid using not high intonation, high pitch. Basically, don't scream. Don't scream. Do not use negative tone, because the moment you scream, people will assume that you are angry. So when you are angry, they might respond to you differently. Okay. Number 3, don't use abbreviation. Don't overuse abbreviation. Overuse here means, there are common abbreviation. There are also the abbreviation that is not common. Not everyone use the same abbreviation. So please don't overuse abbreviation. Abbreviation is a short form. Don't overuse short form, especially when you are communicating with the audience or people who is not within your age group. They might not know what is the meaning of the abbreviation that you are using. Okay. Number 4, okay, don't react or get upset immediately. Okay, let's say if you are having like a press conference, okay, or maybe you become a presenter in front of your class. Okay, someone asks you on something that could be sensitive. Okay, try to put on straight face and don't react to it. Okay, the moment you react to it, you are going to get different feedback. Okay, most probably negative feedback. Okay. Number 5, don't lie. Okay, don't lie. Number 6, okay, don't interrupt in the middle of explanation, because sometimes when people are explaining, okay, their train of thoughts goes very fast, and once you interrupt in the middle of the explanation, that someone, okay, maybe the presenter or maybe your friend who you are talking to, they are going to, the train of thought is going to be stopped, and they tend to forget whatever they want to say or they want to deliver. Okay, so if you need to interrupt, make sure you just raise up your hand, or maybe wait until the other person has finished their points. Okay. Alright, so that is the do's and the don'ts. Next point is, okay, our final point is implementing ethics of communication in daily situation. Okay, when are we going to use this ethics of communication? Okay, bila? Bila? In everyday situation, we use it. We use ethics. We implement ethics of communication in telephone conversation. We use ethics of communication in text messages. Okay, text messages, WhatsApp, or maybe social media comments nowadays, right? Okay. For example, the recent viral incident. Okay, about the science teacher. Do you need to really bash that teacher? Okay, you don't need to bash. You can criticize, but you can do it in a polite manner, right? You don't need to like bashing, do the cyberbullying to her. Okay, use a good choice of word to give your advice, or maybe to give whatever your opinion is on her way of presenting, right? Okay, next, in email conversation, we do need ethics to implement ethics of communication in email conversation. Okay, number 4, this one. Behind the wheel. When you are behind the wheel, sometimes some people, they change tremendously. They are not the person you know in the real world. Okay, sometimes people can change when they are behind the wheel. Behind the wheel means behind the steering wheels. Okay, next, when you do online shopping, okay, you can also implementing ethics of communication. Okay, and finally, in your daily conversation with people around us, right? So that's it about ethics of communication. The end. Thank you for attending my class. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Okay, bye. If you have anything, you can always PM me, right? Bye.